Okay, here we go. So yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr.'s holiday, and my class last night was a tribute to him. And there's a theme that he believed in that I'm carrying through the rest of the week, and it was Ahimsa. And Ahimsa means non-harming. And he was a big follower or proponent of Mohandas Gandhi. And he read everything he could about Gandhi. And then he spent 5 weeks in India because he wanted to know more. And so he was very, very taken with the idea of Ahimsa, because he, of course, as we all know, believed in nonviolent demonstrations. And Ahimsa, though, I'd like to take it a little deeper, because not only are we not to harm others, but we aren't to harm ourselves either. And you know that in yoga, we always say, you mustn't hurt yourself. You must stop before it comes to that point. You must respect your body. And you simply must be good to yourself. So that is our theme for this week. But I'd like to share with you some words he spoke after that trip. He said, nonviolence is absolute commitment to the way of love. Love is not emotional bash. It is not empty sentimentalism. It is the active outpouring of one's whole being into the being of another. How beautiful is that? He also said an individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. We're all in this together, right? And that is why I love yoga. It brings us together in community. This little bit of humanity coming together. So let's begin by closing our eyes and coming inside and focusing on our breath. Pranayama is the control of your breath for your health, for your well-being, to increase your strength, your power, your stamina. So continue to follow your breath and then begin to deepen your breath. Filling your lungs to capacity, and then slowing down your exhale, slow it down, very slow, to trigger your relaxation mode. And imagine now that with every breath you inhale, you're breathing in love. And with every exhale, you exhale peace, sending peace out into the world. Inhale love, exhale peace. Continue at your own pace. Return to your natural rhythm of breathing and slowly open your eyes to take in the light. So we're going to begin to work on our neck where we hold so much tension, right? So send your right ear to your right shoulder and feel the tension, feel the pull of your left neck. And breathe into it and release. Breathe into it, feel as if you were massaging that left side of your neck, and exhale, let it go. Once more, inhale and release. Bring your head to neutral. Inhale, exhale your left ear to your left shoulder. Keep your shoulders down. You want your ear to go to your shoulder, not your shoulder to your ear. Now feel the resistance on your right side neck. Deeply breathe in to that part of your neck and release it. Again. And then one last time, deep breath into that side and release it. Then bring your head to neutral. Bring your chin to your chest and feel any resistance. Notice if there's resistance on your back neck. That's where we hold most of our tension. Breathe into it and release it. Breathe in and release. Once more. And then lift your head and send your nose all the way up to the sky. And feel the stretch under your chin, your throat. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. And keep this going, nose to the sky, nose down to your lap. And then when you next have your chin to your chest, pause, and then come up to a neutral position. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Just roll them forward, up, back, and down. Again, forward, up, back, and down. And then go the opposite way, just rolling them. And then pause. Release your right arm and let your fingers point right down to the floor. Your left arm is alongside your left ear. And send your fingers, your left fingers reaching for the sky. Look up at your left fingers, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, look down at your right fingers reaching for the earth. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Bring your left arm down, your head to neutral. And we'll do the other side. Send your right fingers up to the sky, your left fingers to the earth. Inhale, look up at your right fingers. Reach, keep reaching. Look down at your left. Look up and look down. Once more, look at those right fingers and then look down. Release your arms. So bring your right hand to the seat of your chair or a leg of your chair, depending on the kind of chair you're on. And your left arm reaches up to the sky. And you're going to do a lateral stretch over to the right. You can allow your right hand just to fall naturally if that feels comfortable for you. That's another option. Feel the stretch on your left side body from your hip to your fingertips. Bring both arms up to center. Inhale, exhale, other side. Inhale, both arms to center. Bring your hands down to your thighs. You're going to reach behind you to the back of the chair. So wrap your arm around the back of the chair. If the back of your chair does not allow that, then let your arm just your hand fall on your thigh. You're going to look over your right shoulder. In yoga, when we look behind us, we're looking at the past. And then we come forward, leaving the past behind. Taking only what will serve us. Let's do that again. Right arm hooks around the back of the chair or comes straight down to the side. Look over your right shoulder. Take a deep inhale and allow your whole torso, your spine to lengthen, crown of your head reaching upward. And when you finish exhaling, you're completely empty of breath. Twist just a little bit more, maybe. Remember Ahimsa, non-harming. Do what is best. So your left hand, I did not instruct you what to do with your left hand. It should be outside your right leg. It gives you a little leverage to maybe twist a little bit more. Inhale your arms alongside your ears. Exhale, come back to center. Release your arms. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. So you either wrap or send your arm down. Your right hand on the outside of your left thigh. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, empty of breath and twist a little bit more. Bring both arms up alongside your ears and twist back to center. Release your arms. Scoot to the edge of your seat, right? So you have room behind you. And you're going to lean forward and then send your whole torso, and you can hold the base of the chair with your hands, your whole torso to the left, back behind you, to the right. So you're making big circles. Big circles with your hips. And then the next time you're facing forward, pause, take a breath, and then go the other way. And then come to center and pause, take a breath. All right, so you can stay right where you are, or I like to swivel to the side of my chair, but that's not necessary. I'm going to do it just also so that you could see what I'm doing. So it also leaves me a lot of room. We're going to do cats and dogs. Bring your hands to your thighs, your elbows alongside your body. Your hands are on your knees. You're going to inhale, slide your hands back, your elbows behind you, your heart comes forward in a dog spine. On an exhale, you're going to curl your spine back behind you, your arms straighten, your hands on your knees. Inhale, slide your hands back, your heart forward. Exhale, straighten your arms and curl your spine. Continue at your own pace. I like to go slowly so that I can feel the curve of my spine, feel my shoulder blades spreading apart and then coming together in my dog spine. This is great for your back, for your spine. And then the next time you are in your cat spine, hanging off your arms, pause, and then come up to a neutral spine. All right, and if you are on the side of your chair, then come back to center. All right. So we're going to work now on the bottom half of our body, right? So you're going to come on the ball of your right foot and lift your hip, your right buttock up off the seat, and then bring your foot and your buttock down. Same thing on the other side. And you're gonna go from side to side, waking up your glutes, and at the same time, loosening up your ankles, your toes, and then come back to sit. All right. Send your right leg straight out in front of you. Yeah, you can see mine. All right. And then rotate your ankle, rotate your foot. Make like as if you were making a circle with your big toe. So we want to work our ankle here. And then go the other way. And then point and flex. Oh, that's pointing. Flex, point, flex, point, flex. And bring it down. Other side. So rotate first. You're going to go in both directions. And then you're going to point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, and bring your leg back down. I'm going to do a little more stretching. Straighten your right leg, lift your left arm. Turn to look up at your left hand. You can bring your right hand to the outside of your right thigh. Left thigh, I'm sorry, that's the left thigh. And then bring it down. And we'll do that on the other side. And you're going to turn, you're going to look up at your right hand. We do opposite limbs a lot in yoga, right? And bring it down. So this time we're going to do that with a little flow, but without twisting. So leg and arm, and keep going at your own pace. This helps your knees and your shoulder sockets. And come back down to sit. All right, good. So next we're going to cross our ankle over our left thigh. So I have my right ankle on top of my left thigh. If that's uncomfortable for you, then just sit like as you would if you just crossed your leg, right? All right. So if you can do this, this is a pigeon leg. So there's a pose in yoga called pigeon, and your leg is like this, and you come over that leg. So you're usually down on the mat. So we're doing it from a chair, and it's just as wonderful. So walk your left foot out a little bit more so that you have good support underneath your leg, your pigeon leg. All right. So you're going to take your foot in your hand and your knee. And you're going to lift your leg a little. It could be just a tiny bit. It could be really high or somewhere in between. Just going to lift it and rock it from side to side. And put it down. All right. And then you're going to, with a nice long flat back. So try to keep your back nice and flat. So you can take a look at what I'm doing. You'll get to a point where you're going to need to curl, and that's all right. But keep it flat as long as possible. And then fold over your leg. Any amount. You might be up here. You might be all the way down here. Any amount works. And the more you do it, the deeper you will be able to come in future weeks. So keep doing this. Do it one more time. Let's do it just once more. Come over your leg. And notice where you feel the stretch. Yeah. And then uncross, and we'll do that on the other side. Left over right. Right. So first thing is to take your pigeon foot and your pigeon knee and lift it and cradle it. You want to rock it from side to side. So you know your hip joint here is getting a little workout. And then place it back down. Walk your right foot away. All right. Again, long, flat back. Come as far over your leg as you comfortably can, and then fold. Just let go. Just let go. Maybe your chin will come over your shin or not. And then slowly unfold. And uncross. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, and by the way, it's really always good not to lean on the back of your chair. So this is a yoga chair for chair yoga. You notice there's no back. And that's to force you to keep your spine nice and long and straight. And that's important, especially as we get older, right? We want to keep our posture. We want to keep from doing this. And even you can be quite young and be like this because of cell phones, right? So you want to keep your spine as long as possible. Okay. All right, so we're going to march in place, seated. So just marching. Wish we had some music, right? Good little marching music. I'm going to look into that because I have a new speaker here, and I think it will allow me to use music. And hoping you can hear it, I'm going to have to play with that. And relax. Take a deep breath and let it go. Take another breath and let it go. And now we're going to come to stand with our chair. And turn your chair so that you're facing the back of your chair. Something that's very important, I know most of you have done this before, but if you haven't, You want to have your chair on a mat or on some surface so it doesn't slide, because we're going to be putting our weight on it. So at certain points, so you don't want it sliding. All right. Okay. So we're going to start behind our chair. You're going to come close to your chair. You're going to shift your weight from your from both your feet to your left leg. You're going to bend your right knee. You're going to step your right leg all the way back behind you. Step it back. You're holding on to the back of your chair. So your back leg is strong and straight. Your front leg is bent. Your knee is bent. Your foot is underneath the chair, right? Your hips are square with the back of your, as much as possible, because your back leg is at a slight angle, it won't go 100% straight, but as close as you can get it. So this is Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Keep your left hand on the chair, bring your right arm up overhead. Warrior One. Turn to twist out to the right, your arm streaming behind you. Come back to Warrior One. If any of you feel comfortable releasing your left arm, come to your full Warrior One, but no, don't be shy to use the chair. Bring your hand, both hands to the chair, step forward. Okay. Step your left leg back. So we're doing the same thing, and I'm not sure if I said before, your legs should be maybe not quite as wide as the legs of your chair, depending on your chair, but they should be like that in their own lane, so that they're not one behind the other. You want them separated. So right knee is bent. Maybe it's underneath the chair. Left leg is long and straight. When we do weight-bearing poses like this one, you want to make sure that your knee never goes past your ankle. So let me show you that again. You don't want it to here, because that could cause problems for your knees. So it's either directly a right angle, directly over your ankle, or behind it, but never forward of it, not when it's weight bearing. All right, so that's where we were. Okay. So this time the right hand stays on the chair, left arm comes up, Warrior One, look up. Victorious warrior. And then you're going to open out to the left, send your arm back before you, coming straight out from your shoulder. Look behind you to find your hand. Bring your arm overhead, place it back on the chair. And this is your call. You can do both arms up or just one. Let the arm that's up be opposite from the leg that's bent. That's better for balance. It's also better for, you get a deeper stretch. Bring your hand down, step forward, bring your legs together. All right. So there is a pose I do often in this class because it's my favorite. And it's it's been nicknamed the Elvis pose. So you'll see why in a minute. So place your left foot at 12 o'clock behind the chair and your right foot at 2 o'clock. Bend your knees. And you're going to swing your hips all around. And if you want to, you can play a guitar, you can do whatever you want with your hands, but have fun with this. Let your hips go all around and then go the other way. Just be Elvis, yeah. And then come to center. And of course, as everything with yoga, we have two sides, so we have to do both sides. So now your right foot is at 12 o'clock. Your left is at 2 o'clock. Oh, that would be 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Okay, bend your knees and rock and roll. Roll your hips, have fun. So you can go as big and as wide as you want or as small as you want. No? And then come back to center. Did we go both ways? I don't remember. If we didn't, let's do both ways. And then come back to center. Okay, good. So we're going to now do a little squatting. Squatting is pretty important too. So bend your knees just a little. So you know if you have any knee issues, you know when to stop. And then a little deeper. And then a little deeper still. And then this last time, you're going to squat as deeply as you comfortably can. Yeah. And you want to send your hips back a little bit so that you have a right angle with your legs. You don't want to put, again, you don't want your weight over your toes, your knees to go past your ankle. And then push all the way up. Okay, we're going to do that again. And this time, we're not going to, we went very gradually. So what you're going to do now is you're going to pick a spot and you're going to go right to that spot. So wherever it is. Okay, so here we go. So you squat as far as you can. It's like you're sitting in a chair, right? And maybe you'll release one arm from the back of your chair, maybe both. Maybe none. Maybe you'll put your hands, if you have, if you can slide your hands onto the seat, you can do that too. And then push your feet into the mat to come up to stand. All right. So we're going to now take a breath and then come to an L shape. Looking at the time. Okay, so hands on the back of your chair, and you're going to start walking your feet all the way back, keep going, so that you can bring your head between your arms. Of course, it will depend again, and here's again, this is to show you too why it's important to have a chair that doesn't move. So you've got the shape of an L, sort of, right? So get those ankles under your hips. You're holding the chair. And then you're going to bend one knee and straighten it. Bend the other knee and straighten it. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Go back and forth. Then you're going to come up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels into the air and then drop them down. Come up onto the balls of your feet, drop them down. Then walk your feet back to the chair as you come up to a straight line. Okay. All right. So we did warrior 1, we should do warrior 2. So you've got the back of your chair here for support. I actually like doing warrior 2 with the chair in front of me. I want to make sure you can see me. With this chair you can, right? So it's pretty easy. And I'll show you why. So I'm going to open my legs nice and wide with my toes pointing same direction as my nose, right? And then you're going to come on the heel of your right foot. You got the back of your chair. You're going to swivel it. Send your toes to the right. So what happened now? Your hips went to the right. So what you want to try and do is square them with the back of your chair. They're not going to go all the way because you've got a foot going out that wide. And your back leg, the heel of your back leg, make sure you can see it, is at a slight angle, all right? You're going to bend your right knee. You're holding onto your chair. Now square your shoulders with the back of the chair. So even though your hips can't square completely, then your shoulders can. You don't want your leg to collapse in. You want to rotate your thigh outward. So the way to do that, make sure that you're always doing it, is track your knee with your middle toe or the middle of your foot, because I know my toes are weird. So just the middle of your foot, right? So come back to those nice square shoulders. Then you're going to leave your left hand on the chair. Your right hand reaches out. You're looking over your right hand. So warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, is the warrior in search, like as if he had a telescope out. He's looking, he's bringing his target into focus. Translate that to he's devising his strategy. He's looking, he's developing a game plan to meet his challenge or her challenge. Release your hand, swivel your right foot so it's pointing in the same direction as the chair, and then swivel the other side so that it's going out to the left, right? And we'll do it on the other side, bend your left knee. Again, same thing, knee does not go past ankle. Slight angle on the left, hips as far as you can, shoulders all the way. So you can twist from your waist, right? Left arm, whoops, see? I want to make sure that leg doesn't collapse. Left arm straight out. Look over at your left fingers. Size up the challenge. Come up with a plan. Release your hand, toes point forward, and then step your feet together. All right, good. Okay. So, okay, so there's one more thing I want to do standing. And this requires your walking on a tightrope. So the chair is on your left or right, doesn't matter where you are. So you've got one hand on the back of your chair. And you're going to go as far back as you can and still hold on to the chair. You're going to place your right heel in front of your left toes or heel in front of toe. Doesn't matter which leg you're on. Heel in front of toe. Heel in front of toe. And it's important that you stay heel to toe or toe to heel to keep in that straight line, the tightrope. Oops. Now we're going to go backwards. So toe to heel, toe to heel, toe to heel, toe to heel, toe to heel. Let's do that again. Heel to toe, heel to toe. And take the time to make sure it's there. It's what gives you your balance. Yeah. And step back. And if you dare to let go of the chair, you can do that. It's not so easy, right? Okay. All right. So going to come back to sit. Okay. All right, haven't lost anybody yet, right? Okay, good. So one of the things that I always like to do before the end of class is a forward fold, because it's an inversion. And inversions are very good for us. They improve blood flow. They help with blood pressure. They are very therapeutic. So separate your legs. I always go to the edge, the corner of the chair. Toes going the same way. You're going to inhale your arms all the way up. Bring your hands together in a prayer. Exhale like you're pushing curtains away. You're going to fold over your legs any amount. Maybe you'll come inside your legs. Wherever you are, let your head hang. Let your head hang down. That's your inversion. You can bring your arms inside your legs and let them dangle or let them touch the floor, or you can rest your forearms on your thighs, just letting your head hang down. And then now you're going to take a breath, and on your inhale, you're going to begin to unfold, but keep your chin to your chest as you come up, letting your chin, your head, be the last body part to come to neutral. All right, good. All right, excellent. So we're going to take a couple of minutes for Shavasana. Shavasana is our final relaxing pose. And in this case, you can lean against the back of the chair if you like, or not. And just relax, let your arms dangle. Just relax. And breathe and focus on your breath. Om Namah Shivaya. I surrender to transformation and welcome the changes that will lead me to who I am. Take a deep breath. Bring your chin to your chest. Bring your hands to your heart. And slowly lift your head. And as you do, you begin to open your eyes. And when your head is fully erect, your eyes are fully open. All right, so we are going to have a meditation now, to go into meditation. So if you need to leave, so now would be the time, and I wish you a great day. Namaste. Otherwise, let's get nice and comfortable for our meditation. Your feet should be flat on the ground in a gesture of grounding. You want to connect with the earth. Crown of your head reaching for the sky, for the heavens. Let your hands lie comfortably on your lap, palms down or up. And as you focus on your breath, your eyes are closed. And don't change your breath, just follow it. And bring your awareness now to your heart center. And with every breath, notice your heartbeat. Listen to your heartbeat. Feel it vibrating inside in your heart center, pulsating throughout your body. Now, using your imagination, find yourself in a meadow. And it's springtime. And the grass is now green. And you walk with your bare feet, feeling the tingle of the grass leaves on your feet, the earth beneath that. And as you continue to walk, you'll come towards a hillside. And there's this big tree at the top of the hill, and you walk towards that tree. And as you walk to the tree, you'll notice what's around you. Are there other flowers growing in the field? What colors do you see? And as you continue to walk to your tree, notice the bulging roots from the base of the tree as they dig deeper into the earth, in search for water, nourishment. And then notice the texture of the bark on the tree. It's a big, big oak tree. And feel the texture of the bark, all the crevices, the roughness, like armor protecting the tree. Notice how the arms of the tree follow the sunlight, how the leaves drink in as they grow more and more green. How pleasant this is, this day, as those branches overhang, like giving you shade. Maybe you'll notice if there are any creatures running around. A deer peeking through the woods, a rabbit running freely, a fox. Listen for the sounds. Do you hear birds? Or maybe other sounds? You're at the peak of the hill, so you're looking down, and you'll notice that way down below, there's a stream running, flowing, rushing to its destination, and yet going slowly, as if time did not matter, forever changing, at every obstacle just flowing around it, never letting it stop. And then you look across at another hill, just across the way, perhaps on the other side of the stream, and see the forest there, or other growth. The different colors, the trees, the blossoms are all different. Maybe different birds. Notice the fragrance. Take a deep, deep breath. Allow yourself to drink in that fragrance. Perhaps it's honeysuckle, maybe musk. What do you smell? Smell the beautiful new life of spring. And as you look around, you realize how close you are to this earth, how you are one. You and this earth are part of the same ecosystem. You are all one system, one network of life. Your home, your earth. Next, when you look up, you'll notice a dandelion. And you walk over to it and you pick it up. And you blow on the dandelion, making a wish. A wish that everyone comes to love this earth, or a wish of any kind. Deepen your breath. Begin to return to your body, to your heartbeat. Hear it again. Feel it pulsing. Then bring your hands to your heart and slowly, gently open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.